Imagine working your entire life, 40 years, maybe more. Early mornings, late nights, missed birthdays, weekends you'll never get back. And then one day you hit 65 and you realize you have nothing. Not a little bit saved, not enough to get by. Nothing. According to the Federal Reserve, that's not a nightmare scenario. That's reality for 1 in 4 Americans right now. 25% of people in this country have exactly $0 saved for retirement. And today, we need to talk about why that happens, why Social Security won't save you, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it, even if you're starting with almost nothing, especially if you're starting with almost nothing. Let's get into it. Now, before we go any further, this video isn't here to make you feel bad. If you're watching this and you've got nothing saved, you're not lazy, you're not stupid, you're not bad with money. You're probably just dealing with life. Rent that eats half your paycheck, medical bills that came out of nowhere, a car that decided to break down the same month your hours got cut. I get it. Life doesn't exactly hand you a retirement planning tutorial when you're trying to figure out how to make it to Friday. But here's what I need you to hear. The average American spends roughly 20 years in retirement. 20 years. Think about that. 2 full decades where you're not working anymore, but you still need to eat. You still need a roof over your head. You still need medications, electricity, gas, groceries. Life doesn't get cheaper just because you stopped getting a paycheck. And here's where it gets really uncomfortable. A lot of people assume Social Security will handle it. I've been paying into it my whole life, they think. It'll be there when I need it. And technically, yes, Social Security will probably be there, but here's the raw deal nobody wants to talk about. The average Social Security check right now is about $1,900 a month. Let me put that in perspective. The average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in America is over $1,700. That leaves you with roughly $200 a month for food, utilities, healthcare, transportation, and, oh yeah, actually living. That's not retirement. That's survival. And for 25% of Americans, that's the entire plan. Now, I want to tell you something. A few years ago, I was having coffee with my mom, and she said something that hit me like a truck. She told me, I never thought I'd be this age and still be worried about money. She wasn't complaining, she wasn't asking for anything, she was just tired. And I realized she had done everything right, worked her whole life, raised kids, paid her bills on time, but nobody ever sat her down and explained how compound interest worked. Nobody told her that starting at 25 versus 35 could mean the difference between retiring with $500,000 or $200,000. That conversation changed something in me, because I don't want that to be your story. I don't want that to be my story. And if you're watching this right now, I don't think you want that either.
So here's the truth nobody tells you. It's not about how much you start with. It's about when you start. Let me show you something wild. Let's say you start investing $200 a month at age 25. And let's say you get an average return of about 7% per year, which is actually pretty conservative for a long-term stock market average. By the time you hit 65, you'd have over $480,000. Okay, now let's say you wait. You start the same $200 a month, but at 35 instead. By 65, you'd have around $227,000. Same monthly amount, 10 years later start. You just lost $250,000. That's the power of time. That's compound interest. That's your money making money, making money, making money. And every year you wait, that number gets smaller. Not because you're doing anything wrong, just because time is the one resource you can't get back. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's great, but I don't have $200 a month. I don't understand investing. What if I lose everything? I hear you, and those fears are valid. But let me tell you what's scarier than the stock market going down sometimes. Working until you're 75 because you have no choice. Moving in with family because you can't afford rent. Choosing between medication and groceries. That's scary. Investing isn't about being rich. It's about not being desperate. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to watch CNBC every morning. You don't need to pick individual stocks. Let me give you the simplest possible starting point. Step 1. Open a Roth IRA. This is a retirement account where your money grows tax-free. You can open one online in about 15 minutes. Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, any of them work. Step 2. Set up automatic contributions. Even if it's just $25 a month, even if it's $50, set it to happen automatically, like a subscription you forget about, except this one actually helps you. Step 3. Invest in a target date fund. This is one single fund that automatically adjusts as you get older. You pick the year you want to retire, and it does the rest. That's it. No stock picking, no watching charts, no stress. Just time, consistency, and compound interest doing the heavy lifting. Is it glamorous? No. Will it work? Ask anyone who started 20 years ago. Here's what I want you to understand. Retirement isn't about age. It's about options. It's about waking up one day and having the choice to stop working instead of being forced to keep going. It's about security, peace of mind, dignity. And the people who get there aren't smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They just started. Even when it felt too early, even when it felt too small, even when they weren't sure it would matter, they started anyway. And that's the only difference between someone who retires with something and someone who retires with nothing. Look, if you're part of that 25% right now, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to tell you it's not too late. 45? Not too late. 55? Harder, but not too late. 25? You've got a superpower most people don't appreciate. Time. But here's the thing. It does require action. Not tomorrow, not next month, not when things settle down. Today. Because future you, that person is counting on the decision you make right now. Don't let them down. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, stuff that actually helps you build a better financial future without all the confusing jargon. And drop a comment below. What's the one thing holding you back from starting? Let's talk about it. I'll see you in the next one.